Peace, power, and prosperity, family. This is Amir, the Chicago crypto hustler, Bitcoin block bully, coming right back to you. This is a restart of the video I started about maybe 15 minutes ago. My internet was acting funny. I believe I got kicked out, so I'm going to pick up where we left off. We'll backtrack a little bit just to go over it. So, what this build is going to be about is support and resistance lines. This is going to be pretty basic, straight to the point, not too technical, and not too far in depth. I'm just going to give you a sort of a simple review or preview. First, the definition of what support and resistance lines, and then I'm going to show you multiple examples of support and resistance lines. Nothing too complicated, nothing too strenuous, just real, clear, simple examples and explanations. So let me see if we go on. Right now, what we're looking at is Wikipedia. And it goes on to say, we're talking about support and resistance. It goes on to say, in stock market technical analysis, support and resistance are certain predetermined levels of the price of a security at which it is thought that the price will tend to stop and reverse. These levels are denoted by multiple touches of price without a breakthrough of that level. And I've showed you guys that many a time over and over again, but we're going to really go through it today and show you exactly what I mean. So support versus resistance. A support level is a level where the price tends to find support as it falls. This means that the price is more likely to bounce off this level rather than breaking through it. However, once the price has been breached, it is likely to continue falling until meeting another support level. Once again, a support level is a level where price tends to find support as it falls, meaning as we're going down, when we hit this level, we tend to get rejected to the downside and it makes us bounce back to the upside. This means the price is more likely to bounce off this level rather than break through it. However, once this price has been breached, it is likely to continue falling until meeting another support level. Now they got something here, so I'm gonna buy an amount exceeding some noise. I don't understand that rhetoric, but anyways, a resistance level is the opposite of a support level. It is where the price tends to find resistance as it rises. Again, this means that the price is more likely to bounce off this level rather than break through it. However, once the price has breached this level by an amount exceeding, some noise, it is likely to continue rising until meeting another support, another resistance level, which I can't tell what they're meaning. They mean if it breaches that by an excessive amount of sell-offs going. You know what I mean? I don't know why they use the word noise. That might be stock talk. I don't know. But basically, they're telling you that support is the ground, resistance is the ceiling. The bears are what try to break the floor and go lower than the support levels. The bulls are the bulls are the ones who try to pull price action up and break through the ceiling or break through the resistance level. So let's see. Reactive versus proactive support and resistance. Proactive support and resistance methods are predictive in that they often outline area where price has not actually been. They are based upon current price action that, through analysis, has been shown to be predictive of future price action. Proactive support and resistance methods include measured moves, swing ratio projection, confluence static square of 9 dynamic, who's Fibonacci, which is one of the big ones I use, calculated pivots, volatility based, trend lines and moving averages. Very interesting and very important. I'll go through these also. VWAP market profile and a couple of other things. Reactive support and resistance are the opposite. They are formed directly as a result of price action or volume behavior. They include volume profile, price swing, lows and highs, initial balance, open gaps. Remember what I tell y'all about those gaps. Remember, especially on the stock market, when we're looking at such stocks as Tilray, IGC, Nike, ACBFF, or not, well, that's ACB now, Aurora Cannabis. You see those gaps. And I usually tell you that we can come back and test those gaps. Those gaps are like little lines of support and resistance. They're going to come back and test. Open gaps, certain candlestick patterns, i.e. engulfings and tweezers, which I go through and I tell you guys constantly what them double tweezer bottoms and double tweezer tops look like. A price histogram is useful in showing at what price a market has spent more relative time. Psychological levels near round numbers often serve as support and resistance, meaning 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 25, 50, 75, 100, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 100, 200, 300, 400, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. That's what it means by psychological levels. Identifying support and resistance. Support and resistance levels can be identified by trend lines, technical analysis. Some traders believe in using pivot point calculations. the more often a support resistance level is tested, touched and bounced off by the price, the more significance it is given at that specific level. Meaning when you see something bounce 1, 2, 3, 4 times, it's letting you know that that's some pretty strong support and or resistance. Always remember also, support and resistance lines are one and the same, just in different time frames. Remember, one and the same, just in different time frames. So let's go ahead and get over to the chart real quick. I gave you guys a fairly simple explanation straight out of Wikipedia, and they're pretty on point. So let's head over real quick, and we're actually going to go through and look at some lines of support and resistance. So let's see, let's look at something. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Let's see who's up, who's down. Most of these are pretty solid. Let's look at the change. So we got DentaCoin still up 15%. Revain up 8.35. Eternal, Mobile Go, Polymath. Let's look at DentaCoin. Let's see. And what we're going to do, just real simple, we're going to look for some lines of support and resistance with DentaCoin. Real simple line, nothing too, like I say, nothing too complicated. Okay, so let's get rid of all this. This is a little analysis I was giving earlier. Let's see. Let's remove all drawn tools. There we go. Now, so let's blow this up a tad bit. What are we looking at right now? We're looking at the day chart. Let's open this up a tad bit. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going the wrong thing up. There we go. There we go. Let's blow this up. Okay, so what we're looking for right now, we're looking for lines of support and resistance. Now, the first thing I'm going to look for are lines of support, meaning I'm looking for a floor. And the floor I'm looking for is going to be a floor where its price action is hit and it has not been able to break through over a certain amount of time. So the lowest floor I see right now, easily, what's that? 25 Satoshis. So now we go and look at these last couple of days. Look at the low of the day right here. You got your open, your high, your low, your close. So look at the close of that day, 25. Look at the opening on this day, 25. Look at the low on this day, 25. Look at the low on this day, 25. We broke through on this day. We broke through, but I guarantee if I open it up to a 4-hour, 2-hour, 1-hour chart, we'll see some type of confirmation at that 25 before we took off. So this right here has 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 3 solid, because this one did wick through, but the body closed on it. So we have 3 to 4 confirmations right here at this level of support. Meaning, if we come back and retest, we may find the same support levels. Now, if we move up, let's see. That's 1, 2. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just looking at support right now. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 confirmations in this support level. I'm going to show you where they're at. And this is at 30 Satoshis, right? So we're going to start right here on the, what day is this? Hold on, let me move some of this stuff over so we can see. Move this out the way. Let me get this out the way. Let me X this out. Get rid of that. There we go. Now, let's look at our new line of support that we just created. And we're going to look for confirmations. Now, let me show you this, because you can have lines of support kind of close to each other, whereas you're looking at one line, but then you see another one, you're like, you know what? What you got to do is you got to figure out which one gives you the most confirmations. This one right here, I see more confirmations at this level than anything. Now, we're looking at one confirmation. Remember, our level right here is 30 Satoshis. If we look back on the 31st of July, the low was 30. On the 1st of August, the low was 30. On the 3rd of August, the close was 30. Let me see. The open was 30 on the next day. Open of 30 on the next day. We broke through. We weren't able to get above. That right here is treating it as some sort of resistance. If we look at the opening on these days. You're treating this level as resistance now. Always remember, lines of support and resistance are one and the same, just in different time frames. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2. We had a low of 30. That's 3. And this right here was on the 20th of August. That's 3 confirmations. We had a low of 30 on the 12th of August. That's 4 confirmations. We had a low of 30 on the 19th of August. That's the 5 confirmations. We had a low of 30 on the 20th of August. That's 6 confirmations that we have so far on this level of support. So we have 2 levels of support. One we have about 3 or 4 confirmations. The other we have 5 to 6. Now let's find resistance. What level can we not get above, or we steady getting knocked down there? Now, real simple. If you can see, like I see, we got 2 different levels. But real solid right here, where I see the most levels of confirmation. Hold on. Nope, hold on. There we go, right there at that 35 Satoshi level. So we got 1 confirmation. I mean, we got several. All the way from October 4th leading up to October 11th, we had all confirmations of resistance at that level. All confirmations of resistance at that level. And you can see the constant confirmations right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm just looking for spots where we did not break through. That's 11, 12, and 13. No, hold on. Which line are we looking at? Yes, 12 and 13. So these are the levels that was hard for us to get through, meaning it is resistance that we're trying to break through that we're not able to, crack and get above. Let's see. I see another strong. Let me see. That's 1. Just using my cursor right here, I see 1 confirmation, 2 confirmation, 3 confirmation, body close, 4 confirmation, 5 confirmation, 6 confirmation on the body close. Now, if we go a level lower, about right here, we also have more confirmations of support in the past, resistance in the future. In fact, let me mark that. There we go. And we also have a small level of support right about here. Now, if you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We wick through here. And if we break this down, I'm pretty sure we got some sort of support or some resistance coming in here. Because remember, we're looking at a day chart right now. We can break these down into 4-hour, 2-hour, 1 hour, 45-minute candlesticks. And it's going to break it out more so and give us a more. Let's see. Let's do that in fact. Just to show you what type of confirmations we got. That was a day chart. Now you're really going to see the confirmations coming in. That's a 4-hour chart, 2-hour chart. And if you break this down, you see more levels of support and resistance. So look at this. Look at this. Real clear. Boom, right there. Very clear level of support right here. Very clear level of support at 33 Satoshis. This is broken down to a 2-hour chart now. Because if you start breaking the time frames down, it's going to make it more detailed or more broken down as far as what you're looking at. So you're going to see more confirmations that were held within those fat candlesticks, broken down into different intervals. Now, what we're looking at are levels where price action is hit and was not able to go below or above. Not able to go below or above. Let's go back to the day chart. So real clear, you can see we came down. We were not able to break below this with any significance, meaning we didn't have an open and close below this level. When we come right here, we were hard to get above this level, even though we did crack momentarily. We broke back down, and what do we see? We found support real easily. Nice support. We do have lower support. Yes, we do. Right about here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 confirmations of support right here. Very apparent, very apparent. And that, family, is the basis of support and resistance. Let me see if we got anybody watching. If not, I'm going to end this. Like I said, I wanted to just come through real quick and give you sort of a basis of support and resistance and how to find it. So until the next video, this is Amir, the Chicago Crypto Hustler, Bitcoin Block Bully. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. I am out of here.